Now, let's go to the most difficult. Okay, ito yung pinakamahirap sa 10, which is the randomized complete block design. Pinakamahirap siya in the sense that it is complicated. Okay? So, yung mga susunod kasi, nakabase lang sila dito. Okay? So, randomized complete block design is the basic blocking design. So, papasukin ulit natin yung definition ng blocking. So, blocking are groups of experimental units in such a way they are very similar or homogeneous. Okay? The purpose of blocking is to reduce the experimental error by eliminating the contribution of known sources of variation among the experimental units. Okay? Di na natin ito babasahin, guys. Okay? So, ganito yung RCBT, guys. Ano mangyayari? Di ba ang gagawin mo, iba-block mo yung mga experimental units. Ito yung first step. Ngayon, kunwari meron kang 4 na treatments. Yung 4 na treatments na yon ay ma-apply sa lahat ng blocks. Okay? Kamukha sa 3-group design. Yung randomization, RCBT, lahat in each block ay ma-apply yung lahat ng mga treatments. Okay? For example, you have 7 blocks. Okay? At nakafocus lang tayo kay block 1. Okay? Block 1 lang to So, 7 yung blocks. Ngayon, let's say meron tayong 3 treatments. Okay? At in each treatment ay ma-replicate siya ng 3 replications. Therefore, in each blocks, mahahati siya into 9. Tama? Kasi 3 replication sa treatment. Okay? So, let's say we have replication, 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 and replication. Okay? So, ang gagawin natin guys sa RCBD is that a-apply natin randomly yung mga treatments in each block. Di ba kasi last time, ang ginagawa lang natin ay each block isang treatment or each cage isang treatment. Dito, in each cage, lahat ng mga treatments ma-apply. Okay? So for example here, let's say first treatment, first treatment, first treatment, second treatment, second treatment, second treatment. Dito naman, third, randomly. Para masabi natin siyang randomized complete block design. Okay? And of course, dapat yung mga treatments natin dito ay hindi sila levels. They should be different. Okay? Naintindihan nyo guys?
Para po yung example kanina.
Parang exactly yung example kanina, yung 3-group design. Okay? So, randomized complete block design, in each block, ina-apply natin yung, or nag-randomize tayo sa lahat ng mga treatments. Unlike kasi sa iba, ang ginagawa lang ay isang block, isang treatment. Hindi. Dito sa RCBD, each block, lahat ng treatments, ma-apply sa kanya. Okay? Ganun siya, guys. Now, why do we use RCBD? Okay? So, may uses kasi yon. Later pa sasabihin natin. So, for example, let's have an example. Sabi dito, modern zoos try to reproduce natural habitats in their exhibits. Okay? As much as possible. O nga naman, di ba yung mga nagde-develop ng mga zoos, ina-anticipate nila na yung mga alagang hayop doon ay parang natural habitat lang nila. Okay? They therefore use appropriate plants, but these plants can be infested with inappropriate insects. Kaya nga, sabi nila, maselan. Okay? So zoos need to take great care with pesticides. Kasi, syempre, insects yung mga pinag-uusapan dito. Because the variety of species in a zoo makes it more likely that a sensitive species is present. Okay? Now, sabi dito, cycads, plants that look vaguely like palms, so halaman, can be infested with mealybug. Okay? So, yung mealybugs are the insects. Cycads naman, it's yung mga halaman. And the zoo wishes to test 3 treatments. So, the first treatment is water, which is a control. Okay? The second treatment is horticultural oil. And the third is fungal spores in water. Okay? Sasabihin ko na naman to, palagi ko naman itong sinasabi, kapag tatanungin nyo yung scientific explanation ng mga to, hindi ko naman kayo masasagot kasi hindi ko naman alam yung isasagot ko. Okay? Papaliwanag natin siya or tutubukan natin siya sa kanyang design. Okay? Baka kasi tanungin nyo, Sir, ano po yung fungal spores in water, yung horticulture oil? Hindi ko naman alam yon. Hindi ko naman filled yon. Okay? Ang i-explain natin dito is yung design. Okay? So, we have 3 treatments, water, oil, and fungi. Okay? So, ito yung kanyang design. Sabi dito, 5 infested cycads are removed to a testing area. So, gumamit daw sila ng 5 infested cycads. Okay? Ngayon, 3 branches are randomly chosen on each cycad. Okay? Tingin nyo bakit 3? So, sa isang cycad daw, nag-randomly chosen sila ng tigta-3 branches. Tingin nyo bakit?
Kailangan minimum ng 3 replicators na yun.
Hindi. Tingin nyo. Kasi, meron tayong 3 treatments. Kasi, yung mga cycads, yun yung mga blocks. At by the definition of the RCBD, in each block, lahat ng mga treatments ay maa-apply. That's why, 3 branches ang ginamit nila. Or ang random ang pinili nila. Okay, kasi sa isang cycad, let's say ito yung isang cycad, pipili sila ng 3 branches. Kasi meron tayong 3 treatments. Sabi nga sa RCBD, each blocks, which are the cycad, each cycad, ma-apply lahat sa kanya yung 3. Okay? And 2 3 cm by 3 cm patches are marked on each branch. So, sa isang branch daw, nagmarka sila ng 2 3 cm by 3 cm patches. Okay? And the number of mealybugs in these patches is noted. Yung replication dito, guys, is the branches. Okay? Sir, di ba sabi nyo minimum ay 3? Bakit 2 lang? Kasi ang replication dito, guys, ay mga branches. Okay? Yung mga patches ay mga sub-replications. Okay? Nakakasunod, guys?
Yes, sir.
Okay, now, Sir, bakit sila nag-patch? Bakit sila nagtanda? Kasi imagine niyo, ang pinag-uusapan dito, yung bilang ng mga insekto. Number of mealybugs. Paano mo bibilangin yung insekto sa isang halaman? Di ba? Napakahirap nun. So, ang ginawa nila ay magmamarka lang sila ng kung saan lang sila magbibilang. Okay? So, doon lang sila magko-focus sa patch na yon. So, ginawa nila, 2 yung ginamit nila. Okay? Now, the 3 branches on each cycad are randomly assigned to the 3 treatments. Then, after 3 days, the patches are counted again. So, after 3 days, binilang ulit yung mga patches. And the response is the change in the number of mealybugs. So, yung response daw natin ay change. So, ang gagawin, isasubtract yung bilang before minus sa bilang after. Nakakasunod? Nakasunod, guys. Okay? So, to visualize the RCBD or yung pag-design ng RCBD, as you can see, yung mga plants na to, ang tumutukoy dito ay mga cycads. In each cycad, nag-random sila ng mga branches. Ito yung mga branches, yung mga squares. Okay? And each branch, patch sila ng dalawang 3cm by 3cm. Okay? So, we have patch 1 and patch 2. Okay? As you can see, kung mapapansin nyo, let's say yung sky blue ay water, dark blue ay oil, at yung green ay fungi. Okay? Kung mapapansin nyo, in each cycad, merong tig-isang treatment. At the same time, walang pattern yung mga treatments kasi RCBD. Okay? So, ang ginawa nila, sa unang cycad, randomize nila yung pag-apply ng treatment. Okay? The same time, randomize din nila yung pag-apply ng treatment sa second cycad. And sa third, sa fourth, at sa fifth cycads. Ibig sabihin, 5 randomization process ang nangyari dito. Okay? Ganun yung RCBD. Okay? Naintindihan, guys? Questions? Sino yun? Yes.
Ay, naririnig ako. Baka po nag-ano yung mic. Naririnig po ba?
Yes, why?
Ay, bali, randomized po siya, pero lahat po ng blocks, dapat po, included po lahat ng treatments na gagawin.
Yung pag-process ng, or yung randomization process, sa isang block lang. Okay? Naka-focus lang tayo sa isang block. Okay? So, sa isang block, lahat ng treatments ma-randomize. Okay? Same with sa isa pang block. Hindi yung sabay-sabay yung randomization process. Hindi.
Hindi, opo. Bali, per block po yung randomization.
Yes,
pero
exactly.
dapat po yung treatments po, lahat po.
Yes, para masabi natin siyang complete.
Opo. Okay.
Okay? So, hindi pwede na sa isang block, 2 treatments lang. Hindi pwede. Kasi, RCBD tayo, kailangan lahat ng mga treatments ay ma-apply sa lahat ng mga blocks. Okay?
Okay po,
At yung randomization process ay ginagawa in each block. Okay? Now, bakit ginagawa yun?
Sir,
Yes.
para saan po kasi yung sub na patch 1 and patch 2?
Yung patch 1 and patch 2 ay dahil, ano ba ito papaliwanag? Hindi kasi dito sa lesson na to, dun sa statistical analysis na yon. Kasi kung hindi siya nag-patch, kulang yung sample. Parang, meron kasi tinatawag na degrees of freedom. Okay? Kulang yung ang tawag dito, kulang, hindi niya mararan, wala siyang papakitang result. So, kailangan mag-patch tayo ng at least 2 sa specific na problem na to. Okay? Hindi ko siya mapapaliwanag na technical, pero ganun talaga, ganun siya, guys. Okay? Excuse. Dahil sa bilang ng mga blocks at sa bilang ng mga treatments, kailangan idoblehin mo pa or damihan mo pa yung mga patches. Okay? Actually, pwede rin na doblehin yung mga branches. Kaso, ginawa na nila dito ay nag-patch na lang sila in each branch. Okay? Ngayon, para saan yung mga patches? Kasi, dahil, imagine niyo paano ka magbibilang ng mga insekto sa isang halaman. So, ang ginawa nila, nag-focus lang sila dun sa mga patch. Dun lang sila nagbilang. Yung bilang ng mga iba pang mga wala sa patch na yon, hindi kasama. Nakuha?
Okay, sir. Parang yun yung area na maglalagyan ng mga treatments, sir.
Hindi, yung paglalagyan ng treatment ay per branch. Pero yung pagbibilang ng mga insekto ay sa patch
Okay po.
lang.
Dun sa patches lang.
Okay? Questions?
Okay po,
Guys?
sir. Thank you.
Okay? Now, to visualize the results, ito siya guys. So we have 3 treatments, water, oil, and fungi, and 5 cycads as blocks, A, B, C, D, E. Okay, as you can see, dalawang resulta yan kasi tigda dalawang patches. So ito yung unang branch sa unang cycad. So pinagsama-sama na lang yung water and oil and fungi for presentation purposes. At dahil dalawa yan, kasi dalawang patches. Okay? Questions? Now, balik tayo sa question kanina. Bakit tayo nagba-blocks? Okay? So, kagandahan nito guys, ganito. Sa RCBD, malalaman natin kung ano yung pinakamagandang, ang main objective kasi, di ba, kung ano yung pinakamagandang treatments. Kung water ba or pinaka-effective, water ba, oil, or fungi. Okay? Sa RCBD, at the same time, pwede nating malaman kung alin sa mga cycads ang may pinaka-significant na result. Okay? Aside from the, kung malalaman natin kung ano yung pinaka-effective na treatment, pwede rin nating malaman kung alin sa mga cycads ang may pinaka-significant na result. Okay? Among these 5, let's say, C, D, E. Okay? Nakuha yun? Ngayon, the question is, bakit ba natin kailangan malaman kung ano yung may pinakamagandang result among the blocks? Tingin nyo guys. Tingin nyo, bakit natin kailangan, bakit ba natin kailangan malaman kung ano yung, kung alin sa mga blocks yung may pinaka-significant na result? Dahil yung cycad na may pinaka-significant na result ay pwedeng maging basis sa pagkukuhanan ng mga cycads sa pagbuo ng habitat ng halaman ng mga pets sa zoo. Okay, let's say, for example, napatunayan natin na yung D, cycad D, yun yung may pinaka-significant na result. So, kung saan nanggaling yung cycad D, pwedeng, ang nangyayari, pwede natin i-conclude na sa area kung saan nanggaling yung cycad D, dun konti yung mga millibugs. Okay? Naintindihan?
Yes, sir.
Nakuha, yun yung kagandahan ng RCBD. At kung magtataka kayo, paano mangyayari yon? Yun yung galingan ng statistics. Kahit anong characteristics ng data, kaya-kaya niyang i-analyze. Na ituturo ko, of course, on the next chapters. Okay? Clear? Okay? Another thing is that, aside from the kung anong pinakamagandang treatment at ano yung pinaka-significant na result among the cycads, pwede rin natin malaman yung interaction effect ng treatments and cycads. Okay? Meron ba daw kinalaman yung resulta ng treatments sa kung anong cycad siya? Okay? So, di ba, ang dami niyang pwedeng malaman sa RCBD. Ganun talaga. Okay? Sa CRD kasi isa lang. Kung ano yung pinakamagandang treatment, yun na yun. Pero sa RCBD, treatment and the same time, cycads. Blocks. Rather. Okay? Nakakasunod? Naintindihan nyo guys?
Sir,
Yes.
so pwede din po siyang tingnan as kung ano pong treatment yung yung pinaka-effective. Ganun po ba?
Yes, that's the main objective actually, yung ano yung pinakamagandang treatment. Aside from that objective, pwede din nating malaman kung ano yung may pinakamagandang or pinaka-significant na result between or among the cycads.
Okay po, thank you po.
Okay. Questions bago tayo mag-move. Ito kasi yung pinaka-complicated. Yung mga susunod,
Ano,
yes.
doon po sa mga cycads, parang objectives po din nakukuha is kung may mas maraming bugs po ba yun in each specific block or in which one has the most and least bugs, ganun po ba? Parang
Ah,
another objective din
no,
ako.
hindi. Hindi yung, ang, paano ko ba ito sasabihin? Sa statistics, guys, hindi labanan kung ano yung pinakamataas or pinakamababa. Although yes, yun yung labanan, pero bago doon, kailangan muna nating malaman kung significantly different ba sila or hindi. Okay? Or, later on kasi pag-aaralan natin to, yung mga, meron bang significant difference. Okay? So, for example, sa cycads, ang nangyari, there is no significant difference among the cycads. Therefore, kung walang difference yan, therefore, walang cycad yung nag-shine. Naintindihan? So, hindi tayo nagko-conclude kung ano yung pinakamataas. Bago tayo pumunta doon, kailangan muna nating masagot yung kung meron bang significant difference among the cycads. Okay? Now, to further answer your question, ang pinag-usapan dito ay change. Yung difference yung before number before applying the treatments at yung after number of millibugs after applying the treatments. Okay? So probably ang mga resulta ganito. Let's say 5. Itong data na to ay 5. Ibig sabihin, mas dumami pa yung bilang ng mga millibugs. Paano yon? For example, nung una, 12 lang sila. Tapos naging 17. Ay, wait lang. 12 minus 17 negative. Hindi. Mas kumonti kapag positive. Kasi before minus after. Nung una, 12 sila. Tapos, naging silang 7. Ibig sabihin, maganda yung resulta kapag positive. Kasi, nababasan sila ng 5. Okay? So, maganda kung for example, this one is 20. Ang mangyayari, maganda yung resulta kasi mataas yung change. Diba? Let's say for example, from 32, naging 12 na lang yung bilang ng mga millibugs. Okay? Another is that, for example, ito naman ay negative 7. Ibig sabihin, mas dumami pa ng 7 ang mga millibugs, which is possible. Okay, for example, nung una, 10 lang yung millibugs, tapos naging 17. Okay? So dito, ang labanan ay pataasan. Kaso, bago natin sabihin yung pataasan, kailangan mo natin malaman kung significantly different ba yung mga blocks. At the same time, kung significantly different ba yung mga treatments. Okay? Later on, mas maintindihan nyo yan kapag napunta na tayo sa statistical analysis. Okay? Any more questions? Nakuha yun, guys.
Sir, ako po may tanong.
Yes.
Kapag po ba example po yung B and D po significantly different, tapos po yung iba hindi, di-disregard na po ba yung iba nun?
Ano daw?
Kapag po yung dalawa pong blocks significantly different, tapos yung iba po hindi, wala pong difference.
Hindi. Yung pinag-uusapan dito is among all the blocks.
Okay po. Sige po.
So kung ang lumabas ay there is no significantly different, there's no need to know kung A versus B. There's no need to know that. Kasi, among all the blocks, wala. Pero kung meron, doon natin paglalaban-laban yung mga blocks. Which is possible, guys. Kaya, yun yung kagandahan ng stat. Okay? Doon natin malalaman actually kung ano yung may pinaka-okay na blocks at the same for treatments. Okay? Kasi, di ba, hindi nyo kasi ma-imagine, di ba? Yung labanan kasi, di ba, dalawa lang yung ikaw at yung kalaban mo. Hindi. Sa statistics, pwedeng sabay-sabay naglalaban-laban ang kahit ilan pa. Okay? Ganun siya. Okay ba? Okay na ba, guys?
Yes, sir. Okay na po.
Okay? Questions? Sabi ko sa inyo, ito yung pinaka-complicated. Pero yung mga susunod, madali na lang sa inyo. Okay? Next. Tuloy ko na, guys, ha? Kasi baka hindi tayo matapos. Ayaw ko naman mag-meet pa tayo bukas. Anyway, let's go to factorial designs. Factorial designs ay kamukha ng RCBD. Kaso, sa factorial designs, factor levels ang mga pinaglalaban-laban. Unlike dito, guys, sa RCBD, different treatments ito. Completely different. For example, yung water is completely different with oil. Dito sa factorial design, same lang siya. Wala siyang blocks. Same lang siya pero different levels yung pinaglalaban-laban. Okay? Ngayon, ano naman yung difference ng factorial design sa single group? 'Di ba? Factor levels din yung pinaglalaban-laban doon. Sa factorial designs, kailangan you have at least two factors or exactly two factors. Okay? So let's say we have factor A, you have 3 levels, and factor B, you have 5. So, factorial design. Okay? Sir, kailangan ba pantay yung bilang ng mga factor levels ng dalawang factors? Hindi. Hindi. Okay lang na magkaiba. Kasi nasa experiment yon. Okay? Nakuha? So, for example, factor A, you have 3 levels. Factor B, you have 4 or 3 or 5. It is possible. Okay? And the experimental units, guys, are the combination of factor levels. For example, you have 3 in factor A and 5 in factor B. The number of experimental units is 15 kasi 3 times 5 is 15. And each combination rather, ay mag-replicate ka into, let's say, 4. So, ilan na yon? 15 times 4, 60. 60 all in all experimental units. Okay? Now, ano kagandahan ng factorial design? So, same lang din with RCBD. Yung difference lang nila ay sa RCBD, different treatment. Sa factorial design, factor levels ang pinaglalaban-laban. Pero, para mas maintindihan yung sinasabi ko kanina, ito siya. We have main effects and interaction effect. This is plural and this is singular. Okay? Kasi dalawa yung main effects. Okay? Ngayon, ano yung main effect na tinatawag? The main effect of a factor is defined to be a change in response produced by a change in the level of a factor. Ngayon, sa main effect daw, pwede nating malaman kung ano yung pinakamagandang factor levels, without considering yung factor B. Okay? Yung main effect ng factor A, ang sinasabi niya, we can determine kung ano yung may pinakamagandang level sa factor A without considering yung factor B. Parang tinatakpan natin yung factor B. Parang nawawala siya. Ganon. Okay? Yun yung main effect ng factor A. At the same time, yung main effect naman ng factor B, we can know which among the factor levels in factor B without considering the factor A. Okay, kasi nga main, from the word main, main for factor A and main for factor B. Okay? Nakuha yun, guys. Mamaya, mas maintindihan sa example. Now, another effect is that we have the interaction effect. Interaction means, meron ba daw interaction yung factor A sa factor B? Ano ibig sabihin nun? May kinalaman ba daw yung magiging resulta ng factor A sa magiging resulta ng factor B? Okay? Kanina, dalawang main effects. Ngayon naman, interaction effect. Okay? So, to fully understand, we have this example. Sabi dito, an engineer wants to test 3 plate materials for a new battery at 3 temperature levels. Ngayon, yung unang factor ay plate material. Okay? This is a factor because pare-pareho lang naman silang plate material pero magkakaiba yung type nila. Okay? The second factor is temperature levels. So we have 15 degree Fahrenheit, 70 degree Fahrenheit, and 125 degree Fahrenheit. So all in all, we have 9 experiment combinations. Okay? Now, for batteries, so are randomly assigned and tested. So in each combination, nag-replicate siya ng 4 na batteries. Therefore, there are 36 all in all experimental units. Okay? Now, ano yung sinasabi ng factor A? Yung factor A, sinasabi niyan ay, let's say yung factor A ay plate material at yung factor B ay temperature level. So, to visualize the data, ito sila guys. So, mapapansin nyo, ito yung plate material, ito yung temperature. Okay? So, let's say, we have 4 data in each combination. Let's say, plate material 1 and 15 degree Fahrenheit. Kasi nag-replicate tayo ng 4. Okay? Nakakasunod? Hello? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Hello.
Okay? Now, ang sinasabi daw ng main effect ay we can know kung ano yung may pinakamagandang plate material without considering kung anong temperature. Parang ina-erase to, pero hindi. Okay? Yun yung isang main effect. Okay? Yung another main effect is that we can know kung ano yung pinakamagandang temperature without considering yung plate material. Okay? Yung last effect is the interaction effect. Kung meron ba daw interaction yung plate material sa temperature, meron ba daw kinalaman kung anong resulta ng tatlong to sa resulta ng tatlong ito. Okay? Nakakasunod, guys. Naintindihan? Kung hindi nyo ma-imagine, kasi hindi parang nagduda kayo sa stat. Totoo guys, kayang-kaya ng stat i-analyze yung ganitong data, malalaman at malalaman niya. Okay? Para meron kayong hint, ang gagamitin natin dito ay two-way ANOVA. Okay? Two-way ANOVA guys. Two-way ANOVA ang gagamitin dito. Yung two-way ANOVA kasi, yun yung function niya. Masasagot niya yung dalawang main effects at the same time, yung isang interaction effect. Okay. Okay? Questions? Guys, questions?
Sir, tinatry pa po namin i-absorb yan.
Alam ko.
Sir,
Yes.
Sir, ano po ulit yung pinagkaiba po ng factorial sa single group?
Sa single group, isang treatment lang. Sa factorial, dapat dalawa. Diba, sa single group, yung single group, wala itong temperature na to. Nakafocus lang tayo kay plate material. Wala ito, guys. That is single group. Or either, nakafocus lang tayo kay temperature, wala si plate material. Okay? So, si factorial naman ay dapat dalawang factors. Hindi pwedeng isa. Okay? Nakuha? Nasagot ba?
Sir, para po ba siyang correlational? Ganon?
Hindi. Extension ba to ng yung correlational, di ba, kukunin yung relationship. Dito, difference pa rin kung ano yung pinakamagandang plate material. Di ba? For example, this one, pwede nating malaman kung ano yung pinakamagandang plate material. At the same time, pwede rin nating malaman kung ano yung pinakamagandang temperature. Hindi natin kukunin yung relationship ng mga plate materials. Okay? Yun yung main effect. Hindi siya correlational. Okay? Yung difference naman ng factorial sa single group is the number of factors. Sa single group, isa lang. Okay? Isang factor levels lang. Ito, sa factorial designs, dapat dalawang factors. Okay? Problem? So, ulitin lang natin. So, sa factorial designs, we have 3 objectives. First objective, we can know kung ano yung pinakamagandang level sa factor A. So, in our example, malalaman natin kung ano yung pinakamagandang plate material without considering yung temperature. Okay? Another main effect is that we can know kung ano yung pinakamagandang temperature without considering yung plate material. Okay? And the third and last objective, we can know kung merong interaction yung dalawang factors. Okay? Nakuha? So, wag kayong mag-alala guys. Kaya-kaya ng stat yon, ng statistical analysis. Okay? Kasi, nai-imagine ko kasi na in the back of your mind, hindi kayo paniwala na kaya. Kayang-kaya guys. Okay? At the same time, yung meron nag-question na, Sir, okay lang ba na hindi pantay yung male and female? Okay lang guys, kahit 25 yung female, 8 lang yung male, kayang-kayang i-compare yon ng stat. Okay? Kayang-kayang i-analyze yun ng stat. Okay? Magtiwala kayo sa stat. Ganun talaga guys. Okay? So, yun yung power niya. Okay? Questions dito sa factorial design? Probably wala. Ngayon, yung difference ng single group at ng factorial design, single group isang factor lang. Factorial design, 2 factors. Ngayon, pwede ba yung 3 factors? Tingin nyo guys, 3 factors. Factor A, factor B, factor C. Diba? Nakakalito? Komplikado. Pero pwede. Okay? Pwede sa isang experiment, 3 yung factors mo. Okay? Kaso, imagine niyo, yung factor A natin, meron kang 4 na levels. Factor B ay 5 levels. Factor C ay 3. Ilang experiments yung gagawin mo? Imagine mo, 4 times 5 times 3 is 60. 60 different experiments ang gagawin mo. Diba? So, tawag doon ay mga higher dimensional factorial designs. Okay? Which are difficult to interpret. Kaya they are not advisable. Okay? Kasi unang-una, mahirap talaga kasi madaming treatment combinations yung gagawin mo. Madaming experiments. Diba? So, hindi sila advisable. At the same time, they are difficult to interpret. Okay? Nakuha yun, guys. At in our case here, hindi naman masyadong nangyayari na merong ganon. Okay? Now, anong gagawin natin kung meron tayong higher dimensional factorial design? So, pwedeng hindi factorial design ang gagawin natin. Okay? So, dito papasok yung Latin square design. Okay? Balik ko lang dito, higher dimensional design. Kung tatlo yung factors mo, ilan lahat-lahat yung objectives nyo? Tingin nyo, guys. Kanina, di ba, kapag dalawang factors, tatlong objectives, dalawang main effects, isang interaction effect. Kung tatlo yung factors, ilang objectives ang pwede nyong malaman? Guys, nandyan pa ba kayo?
Yes, sir.
Yan ba yung 27 na sagot, sir?
Ano?
Yan ba yung nakalagay? 27?
Hindi. Di ba kanina, kung dalawang factors, meron tayong dalawang main effects at isang interaction. So, we have 3 objectives. Paano kung tatlong factors? Factor A, factor B, and factor C. Ilan lahat-lahat yung inyong mga objectives?
Di ba tatlo pa rin ba, sir?
Hindi.
Hindi po 4.
Hindi rin 4.
More than 3.
Siguro 5 dahil hindi 4.
Hindi rin 5.
Ano ba? 6.
Hindi rin 6. So, 7. 7 lahat.
Wow.
7 lahat yung magiging objectives mo. Ano yung mga yon? So, we have factor A, factor B, and factor C. Una, main effect ng factor A. Okay, without considering B and C. Second, main effect ng factor B, without considering A and C. Third, main effect ng factor C, without considering A and B. So, tatlo na yon. Ika-4, interaction effect ng A and B. Next, interaction effect ng A and C, interaction effect ng B and C. So, 6 na yon. The last is, kung merong interaction effect, yung A, B, and C. So, 7. Which is, kayang-kaya ng stat yon. Okay? Kaso, of course, mahirap siyang interpret. Imagine nyo, 7 objectives. Diba? At the same time, mahirap siyang gawin in reality kasi madaming treatment combinations. Now, balikan ko lang, dahil madaming treatment combinations, pwedeng gawin yung Latin square design. Now, ano yung Latin square design? So, ang difference, Latin square design is a special type of a factorial design. Kaso, in Latin square design, gagamit tayo ng Latin square. Okay? Bago yon, sa Latin square design, kailangan daw yung mga levels ng mga factors ay pare-pareho. Okay? For example, yung level ng factor A ay 3, yung level ng factor B ay 3 din. Okay? At level ng factor C ay 3 din. Okay? Bilisan ko lang ng konti, guys, ha? Ngayon, ano yung factor level? Ay, ano yung Latin, sorry. Ano yung Latin square? So, yung Latin square is that it is for example, tatlo yung factor levels mo, meron kang 3x3 Latin square. Kung 4, 4x4. Okay? So, yung Latin square, guys, hindi siya randomization. Ang nangyayari, inallocate natin yung mga treatments in such a way that in each column, walang parehong treatment. At the same time, in each row, walang parehong treatment. Okay? For example, this one, yung treatment A, isang beses lang siya sa column niya. Yung sa row din, isang beses. Ito naman, yung treatment B dito, hindi siya umulit sa kanyang column. At the same time, hindi siya umulit sa kanyang row. Okay? Ganun yung Latin square. Hindi tayo nag-randomize. Gumamit tayo ng Latin square. Okay? For example, suppose 4 different brands of petrol are to be compared with respect to the mileage per liter achieved in motor cars. So, ang mga treatments natin, or gusto natin malaman kung, or ang gusto nating i-compare yung iba't ibang brands ng petrol. Petrol means gasolina. Okay? Kaso our response is the mileage per liter. Okay? Sa mga sasakyan. Therefore, magkakaroon tayo ng dalawang factors na co-consider. Una is that yung sasakyan. Factor yon yung sasakyan. Kasi, syempre, hindi man pare-pareho yung sasakyan. Okay? Another factor is that yung mga drivers. Kasi hindi naman pare-pareho yung driving habits ng mga drivers. Di ba? Hindi naman robot yung mga... Hindi tayo magkakaroon ng factor sa driver kung robot yung magdadrive. Kasi pwedeng i-program na pare-pareho. Pero dahil tao, human nature, iba-iba. Okay? So, to represent, dahil 4 brands of petrol, 4 na sasakyan din at 4 na drivers ang gagamitin natin dahil Latin square. Okay? So, to represent, yung cars, i-denote natin as 1, 2, 3, 4. Yung drivers as A, B, C, D, small letters. And the 4 brands of petrol as big letters A, B, capital A, B, C, and D. Okay? So, ang gagawin mo lang, yung let's say, hindi tayo gagamit ng Latin square. Imagine niyo 4x4x4, you have 64 different experiments. Di ba? Ang dami. Okay? So, kung ang dami nun. So, ang gagawin mo, gumamit na lang tayo ng Latin square. Why? Out of 64, 16 na lang yung experiments natin. Nakuha? So, out of 64 experiments, malilesen siya into 16. Yun yung advantage ng Latin square. Okay? Unlike sa factorial design, 64 different experiments ang gagawin mo. Okay? Naintindihan, guys? Now, in each experiment, nag-trial tayo ng 4 na beses. Ito, 4 replication trials each. Okay? Now, to visualize the Latin square, ang ginawa natin, linagay natin yung cars into columns. Ito sila. Sa mga rows naman, yung mga drivers. Tapos, paano ba to? Ano sa Tagalog yung sinalpak? Or linagay lang natin yung Latin square. Yun na yun. Yun na yung allocation ng mga treatments to experimental units. Okay? So, for example, this one. Itong A dito, unang driver sa unang car, ang gagamitin niya ay unang brand A ng petrol. Okay? Ito namang D dito, third driver, gamit yung second car, yung brand D naman yung gagamitin niyang petrol. Okay? So, to visualize the data, so you can see, parang nandyan pa rin yung Latin square. Okay? 4 na result yan dahil 4 na replication trials in each experiment. Okay? Sir, possible ba na merong pang ibang Latin square na 4x4? Kasi parang nakikita nyo merong pattern to, di ba? Pwede rin, guys. Pwede rin na iba-iba yung position nila as long as na sa isang row, isang beses lang lilitaw yung isang treatment. At the same time, sa isang column. Okay? Questions? Questions? Guys, are you with me?
Yes, sir. So far naman po, understandable naman.
Alam mo, Angela, kahit ikaw lang yung sumasagot, na-appreciate ko na sumasagot ka kasi yung iba, hindi ko alam kung nandyan pa ba sila. Thank you, Angela, dahil sumasagot. Si Angela, di ba? Yung sumasagot. Na-appreciate ko na sumasagot, kaya thank you. Yung iba, hindi ko kasi alam kung nandyan sila or hindi. Kaya, ang binibase ko, si Angela. Okay? Kaya, siya lang yung sumasagot kasi. Yung iba, nag-assume ako na naintindihan nyo. Okay? Nakuha? Naintindihan nyo guys yung totoo. Wala tayong magagawa. No choice po, sir. Okay, guys. We have no options or we have no options kasi baka gumabi ako dito, ako pa naman mag-isa dito. Naka-record naman to, guys. Pwede nyong balikan yung mga recordings natin at pwede pa kayong mag-search ng iba't ibang mga examples. Pero huwag kayong maglala, hindi mahirap ang exam dito. Pero sana pag-aralan nyo habang hindi nyo naintindihan. Okay? Huwag kayong tindigan hanggat hindi nyo naintindihan. Okay? Kasi yun yung purpose natin. Okay? Questions dito sa Latin Square Design. Sir, pwede ba magkaroon ng 5x5 Latin Square? Pwede. Kung 5 different treatments ang i-compare. Pwede mo magkaroon ng 3x3? Pwede. 6x6? Pwede. Okay? As long as na yung allocation ng treatment dapat sa isang row walang dumoble, sa isang column walang dumoble. Okay? Yung Latin Square, guys, ay parang Sudoku. Sudoku, di ba, sa Sudoku, walang umulit na number sa mga rows and columns. Okay? Moving on. Dahil wala naman tanong. Moving on. Sabi ko nga, di ba, yung gagawin kong default yung yes. Yung tahimik nyo as yes. Next, split plot. Split plot, madali lang intindihin. Dalawang RCBD lang siya. Okay? So, split plot, hindi ko nababasahin to. Pero seryoso guys, madali lang siya. Split plot, ang dalawang RCBD lang siya. Okay? Kasi alam na natin yung RCBD. Okay? Sa split plot, ang gagawin, magkakaroon ka ng dalawang treatments or dalawang klaseng or dalawang grupo ng mga treatments. Yung una ay i-allocate mo siya into blocks. So, sa split plot design, meron pa rin tayong mga blocks. So, i-randomize mo siya into different blocks. Yun yung unang grupo ng mga treatments. Yung ikalawang grupo ng mga treatments, i-randomize mo siya in each block naman. Okay? Diba sa RCBD, ang ginawa lang natin, i-randomize natin yung mga treatments in each block. Dito, doble. Una, is yung nag-randomize tayo in each block. Nag-randomize tayo sa mga blocks. Yung ikalawa naman, nag-randomize tayo in each block. Okay? Sir, magkaiba ba yung mga treatments dito? Yes. Magkaibang set of treatments. Okay? For example, cages each containing 4 mice were assigned at random to 2 dietary treatments. So, ito yung unang treatment, guys. Unang set of treatments, either diet A and diet B. Okay? So, ang unang gagawin, i-random natin sila into cages. Okay? So, I think we have 6 cages here. Ibig sabihin, 3 cages ang makakatanggap ng diet A, 3 cages naman ang makakatanggap ng diet B. Okay? In each cage daw, merong tiga-4 na daga. Okay? Ngayon, yung ikalawang set ng mga treatments ay 2 vitamin treatments. Yung isa ay with vitamin, yung isa naman ay vitamin-free. Okay? Randomization scheme din or randomization process pa rin ang ginawa nila in each cage sa pag-assign ng mga vitamins. Okay? Yun yung split plot design. Dalawang randomization process. Una is for the blocks. The second one is in each block. Okay? So, to visualize the randomization process in the problem, we have here, let's say we have cage 1, cage 2, cage 3, cage 4, up to 6. Kung mapapansin nyo, walang pattern yung dark blue and walang dark blue and white. So, yung dark blue, that's the diet A. Kasi ito ay diet A, diet A, diet A. Yung white naman, that's the diet B. Cage 2, cage 3, and cage 5. Using randomization scheme. Okay? Another randomization is that in each cage naman, kung mapapansin nyo, we have vitamin and without vitamin or with vitamin and vitamin free. Kung mapapansin nyo, walang pattern din yung pag-allocate. So, yung sky blue, dalawa, kasi 4 yung mice. So, dalawang sky blue, dalawang green. Kung mapapansin nyo, walang pattern sa mga cages kasi randomization scheme. Okay? Naintindihan? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Questions?
Sir, ba't random na naman?
Yung random, hindi nawawala yon. It's a principle in designing an experiment. Di ba, discuss na natin yun. Ngayon, yung split plot, ang definition niya, dalawang randomization scheme or dalawang RCBD. Okay? Yung una is for the cages kasi meron tayo ditong blocks. Yung kalawa naman, each cage. Kasi dalawang set of treatments ang mangyayari dito. Excuse. So, to visualize the results, ito siya guys. Pinagsama-sama yung with vitamin and vitamin free. So, hinati yung mga cages into 2. Kasi pagsasama-samahin yung diet A at pagsasama-samahin yung diet B. Kaya kung mapapansin nyo, hindi naka-arrange yung mga cages. Kasi pinagsama yung diet A and diet B. Okay? Naintindihan? So, apat na daga yan sa isang cage kasi tigda dalawa per vitamin. Okay? Questions? Naintindihan? Questions, guys. Question na lang, yun na lang. So, no questions means naintindihan. Okay? Pero kung seryoso, kung alam nyo lang yung iniisip ko, yung iniisip ng isip ko, tama ba, ay dahil tahimik kayo, hindi yun naintindihan. Which is, I understand, kasi oras na rin. Okay? At madami ng lesson. Imagine niyo 10 experimental designs, pang 9 pa lang to guys, di pa tapos. Kaya feel ko, pagod na yung brain cells nyo. Kaya, tuloy-tuloy na lang. Okay? So, dahil wala nang tanong, yung last madali lang. So, repeated measures design ay parang extension, hindi pala parang, ay extension siya ng CRD. Completely randomized design. So, it is a CRD in the sense that yung repeated measures, from the name itself, ulit-ulit kang kumukuha ng mga responses. Okay? Ulit-ulit ka lang or repeatedly measuring the experimental units. Okay? Kaso, paano yung ulit-ulit? So, dito papasok yung time. Okay? Ibig sabihin, for example, after 10 minutes, ilan na yung namatay na insekto? After 20 minutes, ilan na yung namatay na insekto? After 30 minutes, ganun. Okay? Or, let's say, week 1, ilan yung bunga ng halaman? Week 2, ilan yung bunga ng halaman? Week 3, ilan yung bunga ng halaman? So, repeated measures design. Measuring over and over time, the experimental units. Okay? And of course, sabi ko nga, extension siya ng CRD. After mong mag-perform ng CRD, mag-perform ka ng repeated measures, yung pagkuha ng mga responses. Okay? For example, a BS biology student wants to study whether the extracts from from invasive plant species mahogany and hagonoy. Okay? So, leaves or yung dahon have insecticidal properties against armyworms. So, insecticidal properties against armyworms. So, armyworms yung mga experimental units. Okay? So, gumamit siya ng 6 na treatments. Dalawa dito ay control. Negative control for water, positive control for the Brodan insecticide. Yun yung common na insecticide para sa mga armyworms. Okay? And meron siyang 4 na controls. 4 na experimental treatments. We have the mahogany leaf extract at 100%, mahogany leaf extract at 50%, and so on and so on. Okay? So the number of dead armyworms were gathered for every sabi pala dito, each treatment was replicated thrice. Okay? So, nag-replicate siya ng 3 beses. Now, the number of dead armyworms were gathered for every 5 minutes. At 3 beses daw siya kukuha ng more responses. Therefore, after 5 minutes, after 10 minutes, and after 15 minutes, kukuha siya kung ilan yung mga namamatay or ilan na lang yung mga natitirang mga armyworms. Okay? So, to visualize the results, eto sila guys. Nag-min na siya. Kasi, kung raw yan, tatlo to guys. Kasi, 3 replications. Okay? So, we have 6 different treatments. Tapos, sa una, 5 minutes. Ito yung results. Then, 10 minutes and 15 minutes. Yung kagandahan ng repeated measures ay pwede niyang malaman kung ano yung pinakamagandang treatments after 5 minutes. At the same time, ano yung pinakamagandang treatments after 10 minutes and so on and so on. Pero yung main objective niya, ano yung pinakamagandang treatment in totality or in general. Okay? So, if you imagine kung paano gagawin ng stat yun, kayang-kaya niya. Ang statistical tool na appropriate dito or gagamitin dito ay repeated measures ANOVA. ANOVA din siya kaso hindi siya two-way or one-way. ANOVA is a statistical tool. Okay? Yun yung gamit niya guys. Yung sa repeated measures design. Okay? Questions? Guys, are you with me?
Yes, sir.
Questions, guys? Okay? That's it. That's it, guys.
Yay.
Yun na yung pinakamahabang chapter. Yun na yung mga experimental designs. Okay? You can now turn on your video, guys. Turn on nyo na sila.